There are heroes all around us. Some walk around in broad daylight, a daily example of good in the world. But there are a few who are actually blessed with superhuman abilities, which, when used for the good of humankind, can really make a difference in the world. Unfortunately, most of these heroes are only found in the pages of the fictional comic books, graphic novels, and movies. This is Pullman, Washington, the home of the Washington State Cougars. Plenty of farming, a wonderful small-town atmosphere, and the secret home to one of today's most promising young civil servants. Over the next several minutes, we will explore the life of David Omega, a college student who is anything but ordinary.
You know, the life of a superhero, it's a tough one. You always got to be on your guard, you know? You really got to be ready and alert, ready to go at any moment in case there's an emergency and someone needs your help.
You're so tasty.
Philip Bider is a friend of David's from class, who has volunteered to be David's new sidekick.
Oh, sidekicks are very important. I mean, superheroes won't really get much done if they didn't have their sidekicks. I mean, what's Darkwing without Launchpad? Batman without Robin? Luke without R2.
All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab an ordinary house spider. Put him in a cup. Put him in the microwave. And wait for 4 hours. Hopefully this one works.
Philip is trying a similar approach to acquiring superhuman powers as was taken in Spider-Man.
We haven't talked. Theoretically, the microwave should pump the spider so full of radiation that it becomes radioactive. And then we put it on Philip's arm, let him bite him. You get the Spider-Man effect. Instead of Spider-Man, Arachnoboy. Sounds so much better. Spider-Man. Listen to Arachnoboy. You know who's gonna know that? Only smart people. Some dumb guy down the streets can be like, oh no, here comes Arachnoboy. But I don't know what arachnid is. I don't know that an arachnid is something with like 8 legs.
David has decided to train Philip in the ways of being a superhero. In order to do so, David and Philip have gone to Rainy Park in Pullman.
So, yeah, people get their superpowers plenty of different ways. Spider-Man with the radioactive spider and whatnot, you know. But that's not what matters. What really matters is how you use them. I'm gonna show you how I use mine. Like my heat vision, my super strength, of course my ability to fly.
For them justice, man!
Oh,
Are you okay?
yeah, I just didn't get enough momentum. We'll come back to this later, and there's no cameras around.
Okay.
Since the whole flight thing didn't work too well, I'm gonna melt this bag of ice with my heat vision.
But it's ice. It already melts.
Just watch. Huh. See? Heat vision.
David was taken to Pullman Regional Hospital immediately following his demonstration, due to dehydration and heat exhaustion. Unfortunately, our cameras were not permitted.
Well, I think he's great. You know, he doesn't have powers quite equivalent to some of the more famous superheroes, but, you know, he tries his hardest.
Feet on the wall and just walk right up. Later, you won't need the rope once your web stuff starts coming out. There's no
Like, okay, so this one time 2 years ago, I was like eating this ham sandwich, and you know, it was a really good ham sandwich. I was really hungry, and Freedom Justice Man asked, you know, I was like, FJM, sure, man, let me hook you up, you give me back whatever. So I cut my sandwich in half. I gave him half of the ham sandwich, and that guy just has not paid me back. And it's like half of a ham sandwich. Like how, like you don't have the time in your busy schedule to like take 2 pieces of bread, a slice of, you know, ham, and just like cut it in half and like, here you go.
We talked to Mr. Jimbo Stoic. He says that you're a good guy, but he just had a problem with you overall.
Jim.
Yeah.
Jimbo Stoic. This guy's your source. He's pissed, isn't he? He's still mad at me about the ham sandwich, huh? The ham sandwich? Yeah, you want your ham sandwich, huh? Huh, Jim? Well, guess what? You're not gonna get it. I'm keeping it. I made a ham sandwich yesterday, and I ate it. It's in my stomach right now. You're never gonna get yours. I'm keeping them. I'm gonna go make one in the kitchen right now. That's what I gotta say about that. My family never really, you know, believed in me as a superhero. They always thought I was kind of weird, kind of the outcast of the family for being the superhero, you know. And if it wasn't like bad enough with my parents, you know, rest in peace. Horrific plane crash on the interstate. So I guess it's a plane crash and a car crash. My cousin, she lived next door. She was mortified with me, you know, hated to see me out in public.
You have no idea what it's like to be related to a complete nut job. I mean, it's bad enough that he's my cousin, but we lived right next door to each other the whole time we were growing up, and we always went to the same schools. This one time when we were 16, he tried to bleach his eyes so there wouldn't be any irises, like Batman. So to answer your question, being related to a superhero sucks. I mean, he's family, I love him, but I don't like him.
Despite his family's concerns, David is unthwarted in his quest to make the world a better place. Every night, he dons his special suit, much like a soldier would don his uniform before going into battle.
Rest easy, citizens of Pullman. I, Freedom Justice Man, I'm here to protect you. Oh, almost fell. You know, having a supervillain's a very important part of being a superhero. Unfortunately, I don't really have one. I thought that the Sailor was gonna be a good one. You know, I heard people talking about the Sailor and whatnot, and turns out that it's just a gay bar in Lewiston. Someone needs our help. Come on.
David Omega and Philip Biter, otherwise known as Freedom Justice Man and Arachnoboy, are the model of what it truly means to be a hero in today's world.
How high was your price? Was it worth it? Nothing in life is sure, but anyway, you're gone. I guess you weren't here from the start. In the end, it's all a question of, hey, where have you gone? You used to be the one that we looked up to.
Someone talking about the Sailor. Turns out that it's just a gay bar down in Lewiston. You know, what can you do? Lay on your stomach for a few weeks and sit on a donut pad, you know? See their interview of me sitting on the toilet. What, do you think superheroes don't have asses? Where do you think all our food we eat goes? Do you think Superman just doesn't poop because he's from a different universe? No. Of course he goes poop. Nice toss, nice. You got it hooked? Yeah, I think so. Just go ahead and put your feet up there and climb.
I remember this one time, he had just started dating this girl, and she turned out to be my sister. So. Yeah, my sister. Yeah, I don't know why I brought that up.
Give it to me, Daddy. Give it to me, Daddy.
Hey, where have I gone? I used to be the one looking for the hero in some far off place, blindly ever forward, never knowing all along the truth was right.